Hey, have you ever wanted to create a share link for social media for your blog post in your Webflow project? Here's how you can do so. Here I have a blog post that's using a CMS in my Webflow project, and I have a section for sharing links using social media like X, Facebook, and LinkedIn and other social media networks. And whenever the user clicks on them, they're going to be able to share our blog post link using those platforms whenever they click on them. Here's how you can create them using the options that Webflow gives you, plus a little bit of custom code. First of all, we need to actually create a UI that we're going to be using for our blog post, and we need to have a div that's going to be holding two different things here. One of them is going to be the social icon, that's going to be the image, and the other one, which is the most important one, is going to be the link that we created. This link is going to be a custom embed code, and it's going to look something like this. Now, each of these links is going to be different depending on the link that you want to share. So, for example, this one is going to be for Twitter/X, and it's going to be giving it an ID of share Twitter 1, and it's going to be giving it an on-click of share social. This means that whenever this link is clicked on, it's going to invoke the share social function, which we have written using our JavaScript code. And we do the same thing here for Facebook and Reddit and other social media platforms. So make sure to create this in your own project, and then we're gonna head to the page settings section, and we're gonna find the custom code section. Here's the function that I was talking about earlier, the share social function. Here we're gonna be taking the page URL using the window location property in JavaScript, and we're gonna be adding it to the string that's gonna be able to create the link URL that we want. So for example, for LinkedIn, we're gonna be taking the LinkedIn share URL. We're gonna be adding our own page URL at the end of it using the plus sign in JavaScript. And we're gonna be doing the same thing for Twitter, Facebook, and Reddit, so that we can create our URL to be able to share the current blog post that the user is on. And this means whenever the user clicks on this, they're gonna be taken to the actual network platform, and they're going to be able to share our page's URL to another person. So yeah, here's how it works. Right below this part, we have the document.getElementsById, which is going to be taking the elements that we created earlier using our custom embed code. And we're going to be taking the LinkedIn, the Twitter, the Facebook, the Reddit, and we're going to be changing their href property, which is going to be what happens when the user clicks on it. And we're going to be changing them to the appropriate link. So for example, for LinkedIn, we're going to be changing it to the LinkedIn URL. For Twitter, we're going to be changing it to the Twitter URL, and so on for the rest of them. I have created a second set of these properties for LinkedIn 2, Twitter 2, and others, but you don't need to do that. This is just for my own personal project, because I have multiple places where I'm creating these share links. But if you want to do it just once, you can do so. So once the user clicks on it, they're going to be taken to the new URL that's going to be created using our JavaScript code right here, which we can take by simply adding our own current blog page URL plus the appropriate social media URL. Also, we're gonna be creating a copy URL code as well, which is just gonna take our current blog post URL, and it's gonna be using it for this section, which is whenever the user wants to just simply copy the page URL, and they want to share it manually instead of sharing it on one of those platforms. So here, when we're checking our published websites, whenever I click on one of it, it's gonna take me to the Facebook website, and it's gonna have my blog post page nested in the URL, so that the user, whenever they're logged in, they're going to be able to share it with anyone they want. And whenever we copy the URL, the platform or the browser is going to tell us that the URL has been copied, and then we can paste it into another tab, and it's going to load up our blog post. See, it's the exact same blog post that we were inside of. And we can do the same thing for other blog posts as well.